Well, let me get a little closer here and get a magnificent view, eh? Everything looks okay here. Oh, some flaws. Oh.
How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 Customs video. And today I want to show you Spider Spawn 2.0. Some of you may remember I had made this a while back. Very similar to the last one, but with a few subtle differences. I never like to make the same figure exactly the same. Plus, it depends on the parts I have. But it does look very similar to the last Spider Spawn. If you want, you can click that card right there and compare the two. Spider-Man and Spawn, two very cool superheroes. Spawn, not sure if he fits in the hero category. More like an anti-hero, but Spawn already has a similar look to Venom. So he does kind of fit in the Spider-Man design style. So I wouldn't be surprised if one day Todd McFarlane or Image Comics and Marvel decided to merge Spawn with Spider-Man. If they haven't already, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. This was inspired by a friend of mine's on Instagram. You guys should follow him. His name is Nero Crane. Some of the most amazing artwork on Instagram. He's very talented, so you guys should give him a follow if you guys want to see some cool art stuff. By the way, he did create my Spider-Me comic image that you guys see. Obvious differences between the art and the figure are probably the cape, the spider legs. I'll have to show you when the figure spins around, and the spider webs. There are no spider webs here. This is how the customer wanted. This is a commission piece for a buddy of mine who gets a lot of stuff, so shout out to you, brother. But I would like to make a Spider Spawn one day with spider webs. I want to make it as accurate as I can, even with double eyes. I'm not sure if you guys seen, but Nero Crane's design has 4 eyes. But it's just like Burger King. You can have it your way, so I did it the way he asked me to make it, including some extra hands. And these hands are Wolverine claws. He wanted me to add some Wolverine claws with only 2 claws. And he also wanted me to add some wings. I don't have the wings here. He bought them himself. He's gonna put them on himself. And so he's gonna send me some updated photos with the wings on Spawn. And then I'll update the video. But until then, this is what we got. Pretty simple. If you want to make yourself one of these, all you need is a Bucky Cat body, a Prowler head. I think that's a Brother Voodoo cape. And the belt belongs to Nick Fury. Hands belong to Wolverine. So that's all you really need. A Prowler head. And everything else I just said. Hey, that rhymes. One immediate difference to notice from this and the artwork are the spider legs. Here you can see he has 4 legs on each side, where on Nero Crane's he has 3 spider legs, and then the bottom leg kind of splits into 2. Now I like that. However, I thought it would be more ideal to give him 4 legs that just look really visible from a distance, rather than having to pick out the other 2 legs split from being 1 leg. It's hard to explain. I'll show you really quick. If you look at the spider legs, you can see on the 3rd one, it's more just 1 leg where it splits into 2 and it goes around his rib cage. I didn't do that here. I just decided to split them up and make it 2 separate legs going down. So it's not completely accurate to Nero Crane's art. And that's what bums me out, because I know I can make it just as accurate as it looks, but no one wants that yet. So I think I'm going to make that in the future for myself. But until then, this is what we got. The red on this figure is a lot brighter than the red on the last one. The last one was just like a brick color, only to kind of compensate for the cape. Brother Voodoo's cape naturally is a darker red, and I didn't want to paint it the last time, so I decided to paint the entire figure to match the cape. Here, I did a cherry red, and I painted the entire figure to match. Green eyes and the hands with the claws were very last minute. I feel like I should have sculpted the hole in the center of his claws just so you wouldn't see it, but I don't know. Take a point away from that. Bing! The colors are pretty solid, just solid red, solid black, no shading. My airbrush is clogged right now. I need to clean it up. So I couldn't add any shading on this figure. I did want to put a little blue over the black, but I just couldn't do it this time around. Figure does articulate in any position you want to put it in. While we're on the subject of articulation, let's just show how it moves. The head does go all the way up and down. Does look left and right. Not much pivot in there. Shoulder goes all the way up. Painted inside as well, or under the arm. Goes all the way down. The bicep does swivel if you want. The ab crunch, of course. And, there goes the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Wow, I'm so slow. I'm ahead of myself. Wrist hinge, wrist swivel, and everything else moves, guys. Welcome to News 978. This just in, the figure articulates, ladies and gentlemen. The figure does articulate. Let's compare SpiderSpawn to another spider from our collection, and we have one of the coolest spiders, of course, Kane Scarlet Spider. Even though he is on a bigger body, you see that he is a bit smaller than SpiderSpawn, which I think goes pretty well. I mean, Spawn is a pretty decent sized character, and Spider-Man is a little slimmer, so if you were to merge the two, it'd be on a pretty average sized body. So I'd go with a Bucky Cap. I did go with a Bucky Cap, but if I were you, I would also go with a Bucky Cap. But going with 2099 body isn't a bad choice either. Squad goals, two of my favorites, Noir and Symbiote suit. Besides SpiderSpawn, I don't know, it's probably the black silhouette that just attracts me to these guys. I should have said Spider-Man Noir was my #1 favorite, because he is. Out of all the spiders I have, I probably like Spider-Man Noir the most. But then again, I'm so like back and forth. I can become a hypocrite in this field, so you guys may not like that. Today I may like Spider-Man Noir, tomorrow I may like Kane, the day after that I may like Spider-Punk. So it wavers, but I think just off looks and aesthetics alone, I do appreciate the Spider-Man Noir. For those who are not aware, if you like this SpiderSpawn and you want to see a Symbiote spawn, click this card, because I did make a Symbiote spawn right after I made the first SpiderSpawn. And I think the Symbiote spawn is even better. And that was kind of, I mean, it was influenced off Neurocrane, but it was based off just being a symbiote. So it had like 5 heads. It was pretty cool. But again, shout out to Neurocrane, because it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for his design. And if you're wondering what are those things on my wrist, they are wrist snappers. They're rulers that I got for my son, but he doesn't care for them, so I took them. Yep, I said it. I took them. I don't know why I need wrist snappers, but they have spiders on them, and so I need wrist snappers. Man, don't judge me. Well, here we are again at the end of another 978 video, my friend. So once again, I'll tell you to subscribe at 10 to see the next video. Then, I was trying to rhyme without sounding like it. I'm sorry, that was corny. But we are at the end of the video, and I do appreciate the love. I appreciate all you guys coming out, commenting down below, telling me your thoughts on the customs. Let me know what you think about this custom. Feel free to subscribe and click the notification bell to get up on 2019, because we're going to do some crazy stuff. I hope. I don't want to let you down. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?